you going to sort that cellar out this morning, or what?
Well, you sweat, can't you? Can't you see I'm sorting my GGs out?
Tell me something. Have you ever sat on a horse in all your life?
Can't say I have.
Well, what makes you think you're such an expert on them?
Well, that doesn't follow, does it? I mean, I've never been out with Sophie Loren, but it doesn't mean to say I don't know a good thing when I see one.
I wouldn't care, but you always lose.
Well, I've had 1 or 2 losers in the past, yeah, but well, that can happen to anybody.
Why don't you change all your money into 10-pence pieces, and then when the mood comes over you, you can go outside and drop them down a grid one by one?
Don't talk wet, woman, will you? You know naught about gambling. You have noticed that about you before.
Hello, you lovely people.
We're not open.
Yeah, well, the wagon being nearby, I thought I'd pop in and see if you had any special rubbish to shift, you know.
We have, it's you.
Do you know, it's just as well I've got a good sense of humour. It's very hard being friendly with some people. Anyway, Bet, while you're thinking about it, and with it being such hard work humping bins, I'll have a pint.
No chance.
I'll pay for it. I mean, there's all a freebie. I might even say one for yourself.
Up it, Yates, we're busy. Can't you say that?
Now, Eddie, you know I can't serve you.
Oh, the licensing laws in this country, they're flaming stupid.
Yes, well, they're there to stop blokes like you from supping themselves to death.
Yeah, you're right there, love. How that keeps Yates alive must be stupid. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to join myself a nice cool pint. I'm entitled to, because I work here, see.
That, of course, is a matter of opinion.
Morning, Mrs. Walker.
Mr. Yates, you shouldn't be on these premises. Now, in 45 minutes, we should be glad of your custom. But for the moment...
Do you know, I'm going to go teetotal one of these days, then you'll all be sorry.
Now, Fred, high time that you were seen to the cellar.
Oh, yeah, I was just on my way, Mrs. Walker. I was just giving Bet a hand with the glasses.
Licensed premises cannot be successfully run without constant hard work and unremitting attention. Now, dear, I am just popping off to Altrincham to do some unavoidable shopping. I'm sure you can cope.
Oh, yeah. Famous for it. So, the traveller's tales were right. You're not extinct. You and the abominable snowman.
Mind your back, Lynch.
Here you are, alive and well, and stealing Annie Walker's TV set. She'll kill you. You know that, don't you? 1 for going into a bedroom, and 2 for touching the Holy Grail.
Well, she won't know, will she? She won't be back till tea time. I bet you a quid.
With your betting record, I'd take it right back, mate. Oh, and listen, while you've been messing about, I've been struggling here all on my own, with pints and shandies. Just me. The thin red line, mate, and I'm sick of it.
Ah, well, I'm here now, so stop moaning. I just thought I'd put the telly on the counter there, and I can watch my investment.
What's you on about?
The racing, woman. I can watch me money run.
You're going round the twist with this racing, you are. You're going to be like a flipping drug addict. I happen to know for a fact that you've tried to sub a week's wages in advance off Annie Walker. What were that for? To pay off your losses?
Mind your own business, Lynch.
Oh, come on, Fred, you can tell me. How much are you down?
I'm one of nature's winners, me flower. Come on, get out of the way while I plug this in. Come on.
Pathetic.
Come on, come on!
Man, carrying on like a member.
Go on, there's a good one.
Question time.
Go on! Terrific.
Have you won?
Walked it. What'd I tell you, Lynch? I'm not others can pick 'em.
What about all t'others that lost?
Well, I've had 1 or 2, yeah, but I mean, well, that can happen to anyone, can't it?
And now you've had 1 winner.
The start of many, flower, the start of many.
How much have you won, Fred?
Let's see, 5 or 2 to 1, 10 quid.
You betting 5 quid a time. You want your head feeling.
No point in putting coppers on, Lynch, is there? You've got to speculate to accumulate.
If I was you, I'd abdicate. Get out now.
Are you coming to money?
Ah, you can't say that, Albert.
Well, I dare say you buy around to celebrate then.
Ah, he doesn't miss a trick, this one, does he? Go on, give him half. Have one yourself, stop your mithering.
I'll gladly have a drink with you, Frederico, but I still think you're balmy.
Hey, I never said a discouraging word, you know. I mean, what I say is a well-deserved and popular win.
Hey, I must be mad. Give him a drink. There we are, let's have a look at this now. Ah, yes. I can feel it in my kidneys. I'm going to give that Sammy Chadwick a right caning.
What, the bookie?
Yeah. Is not just a book, he's sort of a mate of mine as well, you know.
He's bound to be fond of you, Fred. Let's face it, you pay for his holidays, don't you?
Hey, I've had enough of your jabs when I was losing, so you can shut up now. Yes, a little something in the 230, I think.
What are you backing?
Let's see. Lovable lady, she'll stroll it.
Is it a filly?
Oh, hello, another expert, I can see it.
Look, I do happen to know there's lady horses and gentleman horses.
Well, all I've got to say is, if you've got to throw your money away on the female sex, why does it have to be horses?
Hey, Fred, while you're on a winning streak, yeah, stick a quid on for me, will you?
Oh, all right, sonny, I'll put a few coppers on for you. You're never going to get rich, I'll tell you that, Yates. Chadwick's, Fred G here. Credit office, please. Hellfire!
Marvellous. Where was ours? Last but flaming one.
It's the jockey, it must be.
Well, you said it'd stroll it. You were dead right.
It was a dead cert, that horse, I'm telling you. They fixed it, that's what they've done. They fixed the flaming
I'll tell you what, it's the last dead shares are better yours, Fred. Stan Upton's a better tipster than you are.
Sure.
It's cruel, Eddie, true, but cruel. Sup up, lads, will you? Come on now, it's time.
I'll get your money back, don't worry.
Oh, I shan't worry, Fred. After all, it's not my money. See you, Bet.
See you, Eddie.
After time, Bert, time we started clearing the premises. And what is my portable doing down here?
I couldn't say, Mrs. Walker. It's nothing to do with me.
Fred, are you responsible for my bedside TV being down here?
Well, yes, Mrs. Walker.
You went into my bedroom and you brought this down here?
Well, it was this fella that was in at dinner, Mrs. Walker. I don't know who he was. He was a smartly dressed fella, you know. But drinking doubles he was. He was mathering on about wanting to watch lunchtime TV, you know. And Bet were against it, but I thought, well, you know, customer's always right.
Well, I'll overlook it on this occasion. Perhaps you meant well. But let it be understood, my bedroom is sacrosanct. And I have no desire to start locking doors in my own house.
You jammy beggar.
Jammy? That weren't jammy, Lynch. That was brains.
Evening, love. Fred G about?
Well, he's in the cellar putting a new barrel on, but he won't be a minute.
Right. Give us a scotch. It's a nice little pub, this. Haven't been in here for a few years. You're the landlady, are you?
Me? No, just the hired hand.
Well, it's a good-looking hand. The rest's all right and all.
Thank you kindly.
Keep the change, love.
Thanks very much.
Now then.
Sammy?
So this is where you hide yourself?
I'm not hiding. I work here, don't I? I live here.
Well, you've not showed your face in my place for a week, have you?
No, well, it's a bit difficult during hours, you know. That's why I opened that account, you know, for phoning the old bets in.
Aye, like you were today. Went a bit mad and all, didn't you?
Yeah, well, you know how it is. Fancy my chances.
Aye. Well, I'm stopping the credit. Know how much you owe me? £85.88.
Oh, I got it to £84.88.
Ah, you'll have forgot the betting tax on that winner you had. No, this is right, this figure. £85.88.
Oh, well, not to a knicker, I trust you.
Well, I don't trust as easy. And seeing as you didn't come in and settle up, I had to come round and see you, didn't I? I could do without chasing debts, you know. I'm a busy fella. And this wants settling. Quick.
Well, you get your money, Sammy. Don't worry.
I won't worry. But you will, if I don't see you around my place tomorrow settling in full. You won't disappoint me, will you?
No, no, no.
Very wise. Thanks, love. See you some more.
Hey, that your bookie pal, is it?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, seems like a nice fella.
With the bee's knees as far as you're concerned. He's certainly not the working man's friend, that is for sure.
Well, you must admit, you could just be the teeniest bit prejudiced.
Prejudiced? If the Ku Klux Klan was going round lynching bookies, I'd be there, wouldn't I? Outside his office, burning a fiery cross.
Oh, you should pay your debts.
Yes, a few measly quid. Heck, sure he can stand it. Bookie you've been with for years.
85's measly, is it?
Yeah, well, fiver, 20 to 1 shot, fiver on the nose, I've cracked it.
20 to 1 shot, fiver on the nose, the donkey's your backing. That's a few more measly quid, isn't it? Like 90.
Never asked your age.
Oh, charming. And here's me going to get me purse out, heart of gold touch.
You've got 85 quid, have you?
Got 8 you could have.
That's no flipping good.
Thanks very much.
Oh, look, better. I don't want to be nasty, but I mean, I can put 8 quid on myself, can't I? Just go downtown, find a reputable bookie, walk in, cert winner, put the money on, draw the hackers, go down to Sammy Chadwick's and say, right, monkey, there you are, you're paid off, eh? I've been putting jam on your bread too flipping long.
OK, so if you've got it all taped, why crash the furniture round?
Yeah, well, that's it, innit? I need a cert winner, don't I? I need information, I need stable talk. Where am I going to get that?
Have you tried Albert?
Albert? Only nags I get from him. Good for the flipping knackers yard. No, I seem to be just like losing my nerve, the look I'm having.
Well, you know, this Sammy Chadwick, well, he doesn't seem all that terrible.
Aye, I know. Bought you half, has he? Flashed his gold feelings, has he? That puts him in the top of the League of Great Blokes, does it? Oh.
He's not going to break your arms, is he?
He's not above a bit of the knuckle, either, it's Sammy Chadwick. But it's not that. It's the bus fares. If he scratches me, I have a flaming bus fare to pay, haven't you, time, haven't I?
Well, if you've got to gamble, Fred, why not try a premium bond?
Premium bonds? I've had a premium bond 25 years it hasn't touched. No, I can see it now. I shall be there, you know. Lit the country pub somewhere. The old yellow waistcoat. Shooting stick. Hobnobbing it on the gallops with the trainers. A fella with his own pub won't have all this flipping trouble.
Well, I don't know what to say, Cock. Have you tried a nibs?
Tried her nibs? I asked her for a month's money in advance dinner. What'd I get from her? Flipping sermon. All about good housekeeping and sober habits and prudence and... Oh, I don't know. She'll bring the pill into it next.
Now, your opinion.
Going cheap, Mrs. Walker, as always. And if it's about your perm, let me tell you, Mrs. Taylor-Brown will be nothing if not green with envy.
No, dear, no, it's not. It's my new outfit, actually. I thought it was just the thing for the country at this time of the year. Bargain, £49. I couldn't afford it, really, but I thought, well, I'm away for a week. Why not have something new?
Well, it's to be hoped Mrs. Taylor-Brown has got health insurance, because when she sees that, she will be sick.
I know, but what will I be feeling when I get the account?
There's a story about a gambler who played the roulette tables in Monte Carlo.
Not of my league, that.
He lost all his money, so he goes down to the beach and a shot is heard. He's found lying dead with blood all over his immaculate white shirt
That's
front.
for a drop and you get told to shoot yourself.
Hey, Clough, listen, you might just learn something.
The casino officials panic. A client going to such desperate measures because he's lost his last penny can only be bad publicity, so what do? They stuff 5,000 francs in his pocket.
Well, I can't see Sammy Chadwick doing that. From what I've heard, if you cut your throat on his premises, he sends you the dry cleaning bill.
Ah, but here's the twist, Bet. When the gendarmes arrive, there's no corpse, just a shirt stained in tomato sauce.
Oh.
Another piano, Inspector Maigret, uh-huh.
Well, what do you think then, Sammy, lad? Smash your little jam jar in, see? 85, Nick, eh? Can't go wrong, mate.
Tank full of petrol, you said?
Yeah, well, I mean, you saw the needle, didn't you? Enough petrol in that car to last your missus the week.
How's the brakes?
The brakes? Ooh, brakes are perfect. Bit heavy on the brakes, you see, your missus.
Like some fierce, you know. OK, it's a deal. Keys in the car, are they?
Yeah. Oh, there's just one minor detail, Sammy, if you won't mind. I've written out this little document, you know, sort of absolving me from any debt, you know, a bit of a receipt, like. If you won't mind, just sign it at the bottom there. Just there, Sam.
Would have been a receipt in the post, Fred.
Oh, never mind the post, mate. This'll do me.
See you in a week, then.
Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Walker, she does know about this deal, you know. It's just that, well, it would be a bit unfortunate if your missus had to give it a bump. She is an experienced driver, your missus.
Should be. Took her test 8 times.
Paradise, but I've never been to me. Who's a lucky boy, then?
Shop's open, you know.
So what? We could be 1,000,000 miles away from the nearest habitation, alone on our own enchanted island. Just you and me and the sound of that dripping tap.
Oh, was that the...
Shut up, Alf, and give me a smile when I'm talking to you. Do you know, I can think of 100 fellas who would give their eye teeth to be sitting where you're sitting.
They haven't got a business to run, though, have they?
Now, Alf, you're going grey round the edges. Just tell me something. Would you rather be looking at me or slicing the roast ham? No, don't tell me. While you're slicing the roast ham, you're making money. So I shall tell you why I'm here. My electric kettle has gone on the blink. You may not believe that I can sit here looking as glamorous as I do without a single cup of tea inside me. But it's as true as God made little apple.
By gum, you go round the world asking for a cup of tea.
Do you know, Alf, this is my idea of the perfect marriage. A well-set-up fella catering to my every whim. That piece of toast going begging, love?
Aye, go on. I suppose the toaster's gone as well, has it?
Alfie, don't be bitter. John! Hey, that's Betty. Don't you let on that I'm here. You know what they're like round here for getting the sums wrong?
Hey?
2 and 2 make 86, you know.
Okay. Oh, by the way...
Alf, you didn't let on that I was down here, did you?
Well, no.
Good. Let's keep ourselves to ourselves. I'm sorry, love, you were saying.
Hey? Oh, yeah. Listen, I've got a watch committee meeting this afternoon. Deirdre's got the day off, so take your key with you, because I'll have to lock shop up.
Leave it to me, your master. If I come back and you're not here, I shall open up that shop for you. Put my little pinny on and go behind the counter. Do you know, I've always fancied myself as Mrs. Bunn, the grocer's wife.
Mrs. Bunn's the baker's wife.
Alf, you're behind time. She divorced him and married the grocer.
What have I done to deserve you?
Why worry? Lie back and enjoy it. You don't fancy a slug of vodka in there, do you?
I don't think so, thank you very much.
Do you the power of good, you know? It looks innocent, tastes innocent, then all of a sudden it ups and slugs you right between the eyes.
It sounds like a few men I know.
Do you, Bigum?
Well, one anyway.
Oh, I know you mean.
Hey, I say,
Yes, Mr. Tatlock.
you wouldn't think to look at me, I'm 87 tomorrow, would you?
Pardon?
You see, I knew better than she can. I said, it's my 87th birthday tomorrow, and you wouldn't think so to look at me,
I
eh?
wouldn't, Mr. Tatlock.
Now, if you'd have said 107...
No.
Oh, let her laugh. You know, there's not many around here my age. They get carried off with double pneumonia or else TB.
Not now, Uncle Albert. Penicillin put a stop to both those years ago.
Well, there weren't any penicillin when I was born. I'm talking about 19th century now. We didn't have any motor cars, any aeroplanes, or television for that matter, or even the wireless neither. We used to get round piano in front room and make our own entertainment.
Right, I bet it were a right racket and all, Albert.
Eh?
Well, you know, they didn't have any clobber in them days. Just had a little tin of blue paint and a 2-inch brush. Yeah, then they'll kit it out for the winter.
I think they're getting at you, Uncle Albert.
Yeah.
We love you really, Albert.
Well, please yourself. You know, I fought for you a lot in Flanders and didn't expect no back. By heck, I got not.
I'll make you eat them words. Well, sup 'em at any rate.
Are you really 87 tomorrow?
The 12th of August, 1895. Now you work it out. And you know what they call the 12th of August, don't you? The glorious 12th.
Oh, not because of you, though.
It is. The season starts on Albert. Hey, from midnight tonight, everybody takes a pot shot on Albert.
Oh, leave him alone, can't you?
Yeah, he's a little love, really. Get that down, you.
You don't need to take my side, you know. I can stick up for myself.
Yeah, he's like that, you know, overwhelms you with thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, if you'd be good for me a drink on my birthday.
Oh, it's not your birthday.
It is tomorrow.
I've been studying accounting.
Well, I didn't know you could, Stanley. Not without your fingers and them a wrap round your pines.
I've been studying accounting, and that's the 11th time he's told us it's his birthday tomorrow. He's crowned his drinks or something.
Takes one to find one.
Are you going to buy me one?
Am I, actually?
Yeah, stingy devil, Oggy.
Hey, Betty, I'm nipping off a minute or two before 3, if that's all right. Alf's got to go out, and I promised him I'd open the shop for him. He's got some watch committee business on the summit.
Oh, it's all right. As long as you're back for 5:30, I hope, yeah.
Oh, I'll only be gone a couple of hours, love.
Oh, good.
So long as they don't sit through it twice.
You what, love?
We'd always gone, don't you?
No.
Private showing at the Luxy. Some sexy ex-film, one or two upright citizens have complained, so they're trooping along to see if it's fit for us lesser mortals to goggle at.
By the crafty devil. He never said out to me about blue films. Wait till I see him.
Yeah, well, just don't tell him I told you.
Oh, he's a close one, that Alf Roberts.
He's not the only one. Fred went out last night boozing.
Get away.
He never took Mrs. Walker's car, though. He paid for taxis.
Now, that doesn't sound like the open-handed, generous Fred we've come to know and love.
That's what I thought, so I went and had a little peek in the garage. Mrs. Walker's car wasn't there.
The Rover?
Not a sign. So what do you think?
Well, I think we'd better ask him.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, I'll be subtle. Fred, where's the Duchess's Rover?
What's it to you?
Looks like rain, doesn't it? Just trying to be helpful.
Oh, well, don't fret. It's where it should be. It's in the garage. Bitter's off. I'm going to change a barrel.
You don't think he could have sold it, do you?
Why not? He's daft enough for out. caught you.
Aye, you shouldn't have done. She should have been here 5 minutes ago.
Who's she then?
Mrs. Beswick. She's a fellow member of the watch committee. I said I'd give her a lift down to this meeting.
Oh, yes. I've heard about this meeting. I hope you've got your glasses with you so you can hear everything that's said.
Who's been talking?
You're a naughty little lad on the quiet, aren't you? Skiving off to see blue films in the middle of the afternoon.
Listen, it's official duty, this, so let's have no cracks.
Hello. Are you on your holidays?
Yes.
How long has she got?
6 weeks.
6 weeks? I bet you're driving your mother spare.
And her Auntie Emily. Now, let's tell Auntie Bet what we want. We want a box of chocolates and a bottle of rum.
By heck, somebody's going to have a great time.
Oh, they're for Uncle Albert. It's his birthday tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes, I had heard. Now, how's that for a box of chocolates?
Oh, I think that'll do nicely. And a small bottle of rum, please.
That's,
$3.61.
Oh, I'll give Auntie Bet the money.
Oh.
Good girl.
By heck, fivers and bottles of rum. You went out like this when I was a kid, I'll tell you, Tracy. There we are.
Okay, thank you very much indeed.
Bye-bye. Bye, Tracy.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, come on, woman.
You just can't wait, can you?
I can't wait to get it over with, I'll tell you that much. Oh, hello, Mrs. Beswick.
Thought you might have been outside. We are rather pressed for time.
Yes,
you know.
I know.
Perhaps he's had an accident, you know, and he's having the car repaired.
No, Eddie told us that. Hang on.
Right.
Yes, I'll tell him. In the cafeteria, the table next to the door. Right. Ta-da. Oh, you've just missed her.
Who?
Mrs. Walker. She's at the bus station.
She's where?
Do you know, if you ask me, she's had a row with that Mrs. Taylor Watson.
She's where?
She's at the bus station, love. She wants you to pick her up.
But she's not coming back till tomorrow.
Fred, love, at this moment in time, Mrs. Walker, our beloved employer, is sitting in the cafeteria at the bus station. Now, she wants you to go down there, put her luggage in the boot and her on the back seat, or vice versa, depending on how you're feeling, and fetch her back here. OK? Now, Betty, love, what was I saying?
I'm in order.
Why? What's the matter?
I haven't got the car, have I?
Well, I thought you said it was in the garage.
Well, it isn't. It's, Look, I hired it out to that bookie's missus in lieu of that debt I owed him, you know.
Oh, Fred, you dapper.
And he'll skin me alive, what I'm going to do.
No, not her. She'll think of something much nastier than that.
I'll get the bus. I'll think of something on the way.
Fred.
Don't stop me now, Betty.
Fred?
What?
Did I say today? I meant tomorrow. Mrs. Walker's not coming back till tomorrow.
You.
Just because I voted for the showing doesn't mean I enjoyed it, Alf.
Well, I know that.
I happen to believe in the freedom of the responsible individual to see or read or listen to anything he wants to. It's not up to the likes of us to make those decisions for them.
Yeah, but it's not them we're bothered about, is it? I mean, we're not bothered about the responsible individual. It's the one that's like to be corrupted that I'm bothered about. I mean, that's why I voted against it. I can think of a few people around here that might get some very funny ideas if they saw that. Then there's the kids. We've got to think about them, you know.
The kids won't get to see it.
But they will. They'll find a way. They always do.
Oh, come on, Alf.
Listen, if a cinema owner chooses to show that sort of film, he's doing it for one reason only, to make money. So if some 15-year-old goes up to the box office and swears blind he's 18, they'll take his money same as anybody else's.
It's a mistake a lot of people make, you know. They think they've got a fellow self-employed, he's rolling in it. It's not true. It's a hard life, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but you see, you're a good boss, Oggy. I mean, you don't flog yourself to death, do you? Now, perhaps if you push just a little bit harder.
What was my back?
Well, I'm only talking about a 10-hour week. Oh, you can manage a 10-hour.
You cheeky devil.
I'm sorry, Alf, but I have to say this. Much as I like and respect you, I cannot accept you as a guardian of my morals.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be. We're not bothered about people like you that can look after themselves.
Yeah, but I get clobbered like the rest of them.
Well, that's the way it goes. How are we going to sort you out?
Well, you don't. You simply remember that we live in a democracy, and you do not deprive the majority for something that might happen to a small minority.
I thought you were all for the helpless minorities.
You just keep out of it.
Believe me, Ken, banning this film is depriving nobody of note.
Oh, so you say.
No, I can see your point, Ken. And if we were being deprived, as you put it, of something really worthwhile and thought-provoking, simply because it was controversial, then I agree with you. But there really is an awful lot of rubbish talked about all this pornography. Most of it has no value whatsoever.
You know, we never had any of this swearing on naked women in my day. Nowadays, whenever you switch television on, you get one or the other coming at you.
Yeah, well, I'm not against them as such. I mean, If I'm warned, I don't watch, or if it's a film, I don't go. But what does bother me is when all these learned ladies and gentlemen try to tell me it's all in the cause of art and extending the boundaries of human understanding when it's nothing of the sort. It only has one purpose, and that's to make money out of a gullible public.
Really, that is exactly what I said.
Well...
Well, to my mind, it's just all so silly, because, I mean, they've banned the film in Weatherfield. If you want to see it, all you've got to do is get on a bus and go down to Salford.
Is that what you did, Mavis?
No, I did not. I haven't seen it, and I've no desire to either.
Oh, go on, mate, be a devil. I'll take you. It's all part of life, you know. You can't just brush it under the carpet.
Well, it's the best place for book under the carpet. You can't see it. And I'll tell you something else as well. When they did sweep under the carpet, you could walk the streets at night without getting your head bashed in. And don't say one doesn't grasp up to there.
Oh, get away, Albert. I quite like a mucky film. Aye, there's millions like me and all.
Well, that's what I was saying. There weren't millions like you before war.
Aye, heck, Albert, you know how to stick the boot in.
Come on, Uncle Albert, let's get you home before you get your head bashed in.
Hey, Albert.
What?
You're 87 tomorrow.
And all.
I thought you did.
Silly old devil.
No, he's got a point. Now, look.
Will you change that record? We've had it long enough.
Here, good a time, Betty.
And we've got other little matters to worry about, haven't we, Freddie?
Eh?
Tomorrow, the Duchess is back tomorrow.
Shut up with you, Lynch.
There goes a worried man.
Eh?
Our Freddie. I've heard of folk walking the tightrope, but he does it on roller skates.
He was lucky the last time when he took her to that dance and got sloshed. Ordering new cars, face invaders, fixing young girls up with jobs.
Well, she must have fancied him. And you and me, our feet weren't touched.
Oh, she don't fancy him that much.
I'll just have a listen, see how he's getting on.
What's he doing?
Well, he'll be on phone now, won't he?
Oh, Mr. Chadwick? Oh, hello, Mr. Chadwick. It's Freddie, eh? Fred G. Yeah, OK. Anyway, I was just ringing about, about the arrangements for getting the car back, you know. Well, whether you were going to bring it back here or whether I was going to come and collect it. She what? She's in Blackpool? Well, what's she doing in Blackpool? No, stop. Look, I didn't mean it like that. It's just that... Well, will you ask her to give me a ring? What do you mean? She's alone to herself, unpredictable. Look, we made an arrangement, didn't we? That car's supposed to be back here at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, that was the agreement, wasn't it? Yeah, well... All right, I realise you just don't know where she is, but when you get in touch with her, will you ask her, please, to give me a ring first thing in the morning here at the Rovers? Right.
In this life, Fred, the summers never learn. You're half a dozen of them, love.
Yeah, Rover's return. Look, I'm ringing again about the return of the Rover. Oh, yeah, very funny, yeah. Well, is your missus back from Blackpool yet? Well, when are you expecting her back? Well, have you got no idea? Worried? I'll say I'm worried. You be flipping worried. I haven't had a wink of sleep about this, Lark, honestly. Why? Look, that car's supposed to be back this afternoon. If it isn't back this afternoon, I'm for the high jump, aren't I? Because Mrs. Walker's coming back at the station. I've got to pick her up at 3:15, that's why. And if I'm not there, I'm not shouting. Look, just give me a ring. The second she gets back, will you? Ta. For nothing.
6 ounces of Lancashire.
Yeah.
Anything else, love?
No, I think that's all, Chuck. Unless you want to give me your autograph.
Hey?
Well, you're a bit of a celebrity now.
Oh.
No, I still got my book, you know, that I had when I was at school. Ooh, roses are red, violets are blue, lilies are green. Because I saw them hanging on the line. Hey, didn't we think we were little devils in them days?
Yeah, well, you would do in them days.
Oh, thank you.
No, the joke is wearing a bit thin, Betty. I expected better from you.
Oh, you've been misbehaving yourself again, have you, Mrs.
No,
T?
he's still a bit super sensitive about that article in the paper.
Well, flipping heck, wouldn't you be? With your name splashed out everywhere. All this innuendo about you and Bet Lynch.
I wouldn't mind, but I think the wife might have something to say about it. Is that my booze?
It's as big as your head.
Right. I'll see you all at the party tonight, then.
Well, farewell to number 9, Dash.
That's the one.
Oh, I've got myself some new earrings, specially. As a matter of fact, I may be on the point of moving myself.
Oh, were you going to see that flat that Mrs. Rennie told you about?
I am en route this very minute. And if it's half as good as it sounds, my landlord here may get his dearest wish granted and become my ex-landlord.
Oh, nay, Bet.
Oh, nay, Alf. Now, don't deny. It's been your heart's desire to see the back of me ever since I moved in here with my few pathetic bits.
It's just this latest episode that's gone too far. All this stuff in the papers.
Exactly. And because your stainless reputation is more precious to me than life itself, I'm about to shift my carcass. Now then, say all together, hallelujah!
She's puddled.
Hey, watch him try and be all subtle. Yes, Sir Alfred, what is your pleasure?
Pint of bitter, please, love. Did you go to that place this afternoon?
What place is that then?
No, only you said something about a flat.
Oh, that, yeah, I did.
Ah, all right, was it?
Yeah, it was all right.
Ah.
Oh, you are rotten, you. Tell her notice, she's having it.
In spite of it being up 5 flights with a sloping attic ceiling that drops down to about 2 foot in places, and it's going to cost me £3 a week more in rent than my old place, still, as long as you've got your good name back, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Take no notice, Alf. I'm quite sure that the flat is very suitable.
Oh, it is, Mrs. Walker. If you happen to be an athletic dwarf with an head for heights, a very rich athletic dwarf.
What have we seen around at the fair club tonight?
Yeah, I'll probably pop in for about 10 minutes. Poor old Deirdre's gone to bed with a tummy bug down.
Oh, dear. She said she felt a bit of it yesterday. Anyway, I should be having a celebratory pint. My prayers have been answered.
Yeah, the only thing is, don't you think it's all a bit quick?
How do you mean?
Well, 1 minute the Gazette is printing scurrilous reports about you and your, quote, lodger, and the next minute she's moved out.
What? You mean it might look as if there was something in it?
Well, it could do. I mean, you know how people's minds work.
I do indeed.
Oh, no, I shouldn't.
You shouldn't, but you're going to, eh?
Oh, it's a lovely party.
Wait till I have my flat warming, Petal. I'm going to have this great big cake and a naked fella jumping out.
Can I say something?
Is it about naked fellas?
No, it's just that I've always admired those earrings you wear. I mean, I could never wear anything like that, not in a million years. Well, it takes a lot of courage.
It takes very strong earlobes.
Over, they're not heavy. Try them on, Cock.
Oh, no.
Come on.
I couldn't. I mean, well, they're just you, aren't they? I mean, they just say that Lynch stuff. They don't say Mavis Riley, do they?
They do now. God, I feel like I've come out with no knickers on.
Come on then, Maeve. Now you've got them. Quantum.
How is she?
She's fast asleep.
Good, you can stay for a bit then.
There we are. Well, just for a few more minutes anyway. Cheers.
Cheers.
So, how's it feel?
Leaving here? Well, not such a wrench as if we were going to Australia, but funny all the same. All my married life's been spent here. Lot of memories.
Well, the entire street's filled with memories for me.
What? You've been here since you were a kid?
All my life. First with my folks and David, that's my brother.
The one that got killed?
Yeah. It was all a long time ago. Anyway, this is a party, isn't it?
That's all right. But you stayed.
With Val and the twins, yeah.
Not had an easy time of it, have you?
Well, who has? Anyway, I'm happy now and I'm thankful for that. God knows I am. Who knows, one day I might shake the world to its foundations and actually move away from here.
Yeah, that's what I said as well.
Hey, come on you, we need a fella. Well, to be more
excuse me.
specific, we need two, but you'll have to do because Glenn's busy away off and Alf's busy comforting bets on a loss.
I don't get it. First of all, you can't wait to get shut of me. Now you're asking me to stop on.
Yeah, well, only for the time being, like. I mean, you said yourself this flat isn't very ideal.
Far from it, but I wouldn't have thought that'd worry you so long as I'd gone.
Yeah, well, it seems daft rushing into something.
I get it. Now it's come to the crunch, you've realised you just can't bear to be without my smiling little face, right?
Yeah, well, so as I say, it's daft rushing into things, and, I mean, you're going to have to move sooner or later anyway. But anyway, I can put up with it for a week or two, I think.
How can a girl resist such a charmingly put invitation? My answer is yes, yes, oh yes, Alfie. Now take me into your arms and seal the bargain.
Hey?
I'm only asking you to dance.
Oh.
Oi. Now, is that a way to behave in front of an impressionable teenager?
You shook your face.
Look at that mess all over my flaming carpet.
I never did. It's been there all night.
Well, you're stood there shoveling trifle in your gob, aren't you?
So's everybody else.
She's just had a right old go at Stan and all. I thought this was supposed to be a party.
Hey, Len.
But it's my carpet.
I've got it. Come on, let's all shift next door.
Hey, no! Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
there'll be more room to move. I'll let it all hang out.
Now that's an offer you can't refuse.
Ben, they're not going in our new house.
Come on, Rita, it'll be great.
Come on, light of my life. Wakey, wakey. Come on. Get your hands on there.
Oh,
Ben,
get off.
Get your keys. Aye, go on, get.
Come on, you two. Don't be spoiled sports. How much you not give me a mess? Come on. Are you coming, Grandad?
No, I'm flaming not. And good blooming riddance.
Right, so you fit then? Nah. See you, Bess.
Enjoy your Brussels sprouts, love.
She'll wonder what's happened to getting in the time, she said.
Look, I could have given you the money simply because it was you that was asking.
I didn't want you to do that.
Exactly. A business deal, you said, strictly business. Nothing to do with us being...
Nothing to do with that.
So, if Joe Bloggs was to come to me and say, would I put £3,000 into a florist, I'd have said no. So when you asked...
It's still no. Yes, you've made that very clear.
Oh, now we know where we stand, don't we?
We do.
Right, you ready for the offering?
Oh, you stay. I've somewhere I have to go.
Oh? Where?
Don't worry. It's purely financial. Nothing we want to complicate our relationship with.
Oh, now, come
No, you made things perfectly clear, and you're absolutely right. I should have asked somebody else for the money in the first place.
Is that one dead? Or will she be coming back, do you think?
She might, I think.
Oh, God.
Are you over it, Lynn?
Yeah, come on.
Good.
Give him a bit of decent opposition.
Right, I bring again. 10.
You what?
Unless you want to make it more.
I'm game. I can see I'm going to be out of my depth here.
Well, come on, get weighed in, both of you.
Yeah.
Before we start.
Looks like Albert's set on topping his pension up.
Gambling again, aren't they?
Well, not so much gambling, Mrs. Walker. More a dead cert. And my money's on the little fella in the flat cap.
Oh, give us a scotch, will you, love?
What else?
Well, someone's got to drink it, haven't they? Here. You know about the flower trade in this town, won't you, mate?
You will?
Well, the flower trade, with your bird being in it.
What bird, Squire?
Nice one, Michael.
I forgot, didn't I? I forgot they split up.
Primary Road. What are you asking about the flower trade for? I thought you got your very own personal little flower girl. Not checking up on her by any chance, eh?
The day I check up on a woman is the day I buy myself a rocking chair, darling.
For keeps, is she then, this one?
Long time for keeps, isn't it?
Been going out with her a long time.
I have, haven't I?
You're a cagey snake, Baldwin. Now that is what love does for you when it doesn't work out. Mike?
I heard you. I have another one of those, please.
I don't suppose it's exactly fireproof, you know. There must be some female somewhere that can pull the wool over his eyes.
What are you talking about?
Michael.
I've thought for a long time that he was ripe for the kill. Overripe, in fact.
Oh, yes.
You see, men think they're being very clever when they hold out as long as he has. But the older they get, the more vulnerable they are. You see, the plainest face can look remarkably beautiful when it's taken a steak and kidney pie out of the oven.
Maggie's not exactly plain, Mrs.
It shows a lot to science, dear.
Are you lot talking about me?
Mr. Baldwin, we were discussing the current trend in hemlines.
Ah.
Never even blinked when you said that, Mrs. Walker.
I hope not, after all the practice I've had.
How long has Eddie Yates been draped over that pint?
Oh, about an hour.
He's another one who's looking to his future creature comfort.
He's taking it very badly, Mrs.
Well,
Walker.
of course he is. That girl must have seemed like a miracle to him.
She can be a bit pithy sometimes, can't
What?
she? Pithy.
Yes, she can. I think I'll go over there and do my lift up your arts
Right,
bit.
yeah.
Surprise, surprise. I thought you were up to your eyebrows in carnations or whatever.
No,
What you having?
vodka and tonic.
At least it's something we got in common. The hard stuff. Bet. Vodka and tonic, another scotch. So?
What sort of a morning have you had?
Oh, up and down the usual, you.
So.
Yeah. No big business deals. Oh, you do surprise me.
I've made the deal I'm interested in.
Yeah.
There we are. Still winning, Hyla.
Don't know about that.
Always remember, we've got something they've not got.
What's that?
Perseverance.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Look, I'm sorry.
It's only a business deal.
Yeah. Yeah, of course it is.